Good day. Thank you for joining us for today's news. If you find this helpful, please consider subscribing. We're here every day with calm, clear updates, just for you.
In the tense moment during her murder trial, Julia DeLuney, accused of killing her 79-year-old mother, Helen Gregory, interrupted the Crown prosecutor mid-sentence. The incident happened in the High Court in Wellington, where DeLuney faces a jury over the alleged murder of her mother at their home in Khandallah in January. The prosecution's case centers on the claim that DeLuney disposed of bloody clothing and a vase, later changing her mind and placing them in a rubbish truck the next morning. During the closing arguments, Crown Prosecutor Stephanie Bishop Sukusu Sentai prompting DeLuney to shout, "Our dogs." This outburst has added further drama to the trial, which is now in its fourth week. DeLuney has denied the charge, and her defense has opted not to call any witnesses, arguing that the police may have developed tunnel vision during the investigation. As the trial approaches its conclusion, the jury will be tasked with determining whether the Crown has met the burden of proof. The case has drawn public attention, highlighting the emotional and psychological complexities surrounding the alleged crime and the legal process.
A 13-year-old from Ōtara is about to make history on the world stage. Lachlan Solatoga Teo has been selected for New Zealand's Ōtara J1 9 men's Waka Amawe team set to compete in Brazil. This August, Lachlan first discovered Waka Ama at the age of 8 and has since dedicated himself to the sport, balancing school, training, and study. His journey has been made possible by the Tara Papateto Local Board Excellence Award, which provided essential funding for his training and equipment. His mother, Karak Doherty, cite the financial hurdles. The local board and community stepped in, helping raise the necessary funds. Lachlan is excited about the opportunity to compete in Ursota and represent both Samoa and Scour of perseverance, community support, and the importance of local funding, inifrigi port. For others who dream of success, Lachlan encourages them to never give up and to work hard no matter the obstacles.
In the Khandallah murder trial, Julia DeLuney made a dramatic outburst during the Crown's closing address. As the case against her intensified, the Crown argues that DeLuney killed her mother and staged the scene to look like an accidental fall, pointing to blood patterns and the discovery of a murder weapon in a skip bin. DeLuney's financial troubles and alleged fraud on her mother were also highlighted as motives. The trial continues with the defense expected to challenge the Crown's claims.
The All Blacks are set to face a weakened French team in the third test, with Ruben Love stepping into a key role. The absence of the Barrett brothers and injuries to other key players have changed the dynamics of the team. France, despite their challenges, is not to be underestimated with strategic changes. The All Blacks need to focus on finishing the job and maintaining their dominance in the match.
In a dramatic rescue operation, 3 crew members who had abandoned a malfunctioning launch vessel near the Kermadec Islands were successfully brought aboard a merchant oil tanker after a 6-hour effort by the New Zealand Defence Force and Maritime. 50 nautical miles. Norse Antid crew had no choice but to take to a life raft following Madako. They activated their emergency beacon, which triggered a mayday call and a coordinated search and rescue. Only one vessel, a merchant oil tanker, was within range to respond. The NZDF deployed AP-8 aircraft, which played a crucial role in guiding the tanker to the life raft. The crew had to climb aboard the tanker. The rescue, completed around 11 p.m., was hailed as a textbook result by officials, underscoring the effectiveness of international maritime protocols and the professionalism of the teams involved. This event highlights the challenges of operating in remote waters and the importance of preparedness and quick response.
In a major operation, customs officers at Auckland International Airport seized over 60 kilograms of macepan. The drugs were discovered in 2 unaccompanied duffel bags that arrived on a flight from Malaysia during routine screening customs issues IFOFN. The suspicion, the one bag contained 30 kilograms and the other 30.3 kilograms, totaling an estimated street value of $22.6 million. The seizure comes amid a surge in drug traffic attempts, with customs officers were Khandallah and highly skilled customs officers who once again prevented horrible frauds. Paul Williams, Customs Auckland airport manager, emphasized that the success of this operation was due to strong intelligence, trusted partnerships, and Ifapenti pay.
New Zealand's Livestock Improvement Corporation, or RIC, has seen its profits skyrocket to $30.6 million, a sharp contrast to last year's $7.7 million. This impressive turnaround is thanks to a booming rural economy and farmers investing more in herd genetics. LIC's total revenue hit $295.1 million, up 10%, as farmers take advantage of favorable conditions to improve their herds for the long term. The CEO, David Sheen, says the strong agricultural sector is behind the results. He's optimistic about the future, even though he thinks growth might not match previous. Global pressures in Europe and North America could keep prices high for New Zealand's exports. LIC also plans a big investment in customer systems and process improvements. Starting in 2025, while this might temporarily shift in the farming sector, with genetics and health becoming top priorities. With global demand for quality dairy products, rising LIC's role in supporting farmers through innovative breeding programs is more important than ever. As the rural economy recovers and new markets open up, the future for LIC and its partners looks bright.
In a major drug seizure at Auckland International Airport, New Zealand customs officers intercepted over 60 kilograms of methapang hidden in 2 duffel bags. The drugs, which arrived on a flight from Malaysia, were discovered during routine screening. One bag contained 30 kilograms, totaling. This haul has an estimated street value of $22.6 million and could have caused up to $63 million in social and health costs. Customs officials praised the vigilance of their staff and the importance of interneutral travaillant combating drug traffic heavy, the emphasis they tend to 6B. Authorities are urging the public to remain alert and report any suspicious activity. This seizure highlights the dedication of customs officers in preventing the flow of illicit drugs into New Zealand and serves as a strong message to those attempting to exploit.
In a bold move to tackle rising corruption, New Zealand has launched a new anti-corruption task force. The initiative, led by the Serious Fraud Office, aims to combat insiders' threats, foreign interference, and fraud enabled by artificial anti-corruptions and fraud and prompting consort aside. The task force will work closely with 6 key government agencies, including Inland Revenue and Corrections, to assess their fraud prevention capabilities and improve detection. The pilot program will last 6 months, with the first phase focusing on data collection and testing proben. Police Minister Mark Mitchell emphasized the need for proactive action to protect public funds and maintain trust in institutions. The task force also aligns with recent government measures, such as the ban on kaitru atmas crime, with New Zealand slipping in global anti-corruption rankings. This initiative bemans engkaifum atman ba stream. As the pilot program unfolds, the effectiveness of the task force will be closely monitored to ensure it addresses these complex and evolving threats.
A measles outbreak has been reported in Manawat and Wairarapa, with 8 confirmed cases linked to overseas travel. Public health officials are urging residents to take precautions and ensure they are up to date with their MMR vaccinations to prevent the spread of the disease.
That's all for today's news. We appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this update, please consider subscribing. Your support helps us keep going.